Hello. So let's start the scenario by saying that you have a slot that you would really want to glowtail hunt or shadow hunt for whichever purpose it may be, which could be for personal use or to make a quick extra sweet buck. Here is how I do it, and basically a guide towards glowtail hunting, or basically growth mutation hunting. So I'm going to be using this Fantager to demonstrate. So what you can see that I use here is Octroma and Eric's. This is, in my opinion, these are the best two plushies to use whenever you are heading for a growth mutation. If you want to trait hunt, I instead suggest two Eric's and not an Eric's and an Octroma. It will be noted that some of the boosts that I do have will not be available to you for whatever reason. This includes the mutation boost on my Fantager right here, and as you will see, the bountiful season boost, which is basically the mutation boost for the harvest event. It's important to note that if you do want the bountiful season for nesting, you will have to get the bountiful season boost on the slot that you are nesting, aka your alt, or your friend will have to have it. It's very important to note that, because if you have it on your main whenever you are nesting, it will not affect the baby whenever you do grow it. I keep on thinking that's it there. So basically, you're wanting to go and do is you're going to have your Eric's and your Octroma. You can use growth tokens for this. However, the only growth tokens you'll be able to use are partial growth tokens, which will elevate your age to 33 and make it significantly easier for you. I have done this before for a glowtail on a random slot because I really didn't want to grow it all the way and I got a random glowtail. So I can confirm that it does work on slots and it does not wreck your chances, or at least guarantee that you will not get a glowtail. So you can see here that our migration boost is at Mesa, which is another thing you are going to want for the max for your max time value. Another thing that you are going to be wanting is, if you can find it, you are going to be wanting satiation. Whether you're doing this on a private server like I am or a public server, satiation is going to be your golden savior. The two boosts that I recommend if you want to go for a slot that is like if you're doing situational hunting, it's going to be either mutation boost or growth boost. Since growth boost lowers the time that it takes to grow your creature by 50%, which is the same as satiation, and it's also going to add 10% bonus to your mutation chance. So currently my mutation chances are buffed by Octroma, mutation chance boost, and bountiful season boost right here. You do not have to have all of these to be a glowtail hunter or shadow hunter or whatever. I say glowtail hunter a lot because that is the most desirable of the mutations that you are going to be getting from growing it to 66. People do not really want shadows because they have a bit less to look at and less customizable ability compared to glowtails. Also, if you are doing this on the double red slot, you can restart it and it will not affect your double reds. It will be basically the same exact thing as hunting on a normal slot, except you will have those two traits whenever you grow to adult. If you restart your slot and see that you have no traits, do not panic. Oh my god, do not panic, because that will be reset as soon as you turn to adult. And adults will show both traits because you only get those traits at 66 and 100. So basically we're going to sit here and wait. I will find satiation real quick if I can, and then I'll just let this run as I grow up my Fantager. Whee! Man, where is satiate? Oh wait, I forgot this is omnivore. So yeah, some slots will be easier to grow depending on the diet that they take, which is basically a given. If you're hunting instead of a private server, you will have to find a different way to get yourself your satiation. If you are doing a creature that is carnivore, your main want is going to be either somebody who can kill themselves for their food or a clover blossom. However, you'll have to replace either the Eric's. Well, the one that you want to replace the most is your Eric's because Octroma is going to help you get your glowtail. This does not mean that if you don't have any of these boosts, you cannot get a glowtail. It's just going to be insanely difficult. If you do plan on mutation hunting or trait hunting or whatever, I do say that those plushies are a worthwhile investment. However, both of them are very expensive, and I have also found that traders for Octroma and Eric's are very, very picky. If I can look at my values real quick and remember them off the top of my head, Eric's will usually run you around 8 to 10k. However, people are going to want and possibly even demand an overpay. And for Octroma, I find usually 10 to 6k, which is I think that's usually seasonal, but sometimes it may rise out of event. Your best bet on getting Octroma is going to be during an event period because during every single event they are going to be purchasable inside of the shop right here. This is not exclusive to any event, no matter if it's like winter, harvest, Halloween, summer, whatever of those that will have a shop, an event shop, you will be able to buy Octroma from. Like, sorry, it takes a lot of breath, so I'm sighing a lot. I'm trying to find things to kind of like fill the time. If you need your partial growth values, that is going to run you. There is a massive influx on prices for all tokens, specifically max growth, partial growth, and revives, because people will buy them at mass amounts and sell them for inflated prices. So sometimes it'll be very hard to get yourself a partial growth for less than like 600. But sometimes you can find stalls that are selling them for prices around 300, 350, which are the prices that they were before the big inflation. Partial growths are going to be your friend, like I said before. However, if you don't have much money, like I don't, you are going to have a bit of a rough time unless you wait and cash in on your daily login tokens. There's acid rain. Or if you have an alt that can cash in on those tokens as well. You see here that I am level 24, so I am going to go run myself. I'm going to go run and get a drink real quick while I sit here and wait for my Fantasher to grow. I'll see you whenever my Fantasher is at 66. Woo! Hi, it's me again. One thing that I want to state now that I'm back and have my throat hydrated is that the current Bountiful Season boost that I do have right here, there are other versions of it that you can get during different seasons. We have the Pumpkin Master boost inside of our Halloween event, and with us getting a mutation boost for the entire event in both Halloween and Harvest, there is no doubt in my mind that we will not get any for winter and like well, there's no doubt in my mind that we will. I'm sorry. there's no doubt in my mind that we will get ones for winter and spring meadows and summer and all that, because we've had them for the past two events. So as you can see, give it. As you can see, my adventure is at 48 right now. Also, I also want to say that if you are planning on getting an event boost, only make sure you're going to really, really use it, since these only last for the event that it is a part of. They're more worth it to buy for like winter and Halloween, which are the more extended ones. I have that for the harvest event, which as you can see, it's only 2 weeks. So, yep. Like, make sure that you only really want to buy this and you're going to really use it, because on top of it being only event long, they are also considerably expensive for most people. They're also considerably expensive for most people, being 399 Robux, at least the two that I have seen. So, what I just said there is that there are events, there are event variants for every event that I think are coming, and you only want to buy them if you know that you're really going to use them. Okay, I'm gonna get up here, and then I am going to disappear again. Bye. Hi, I'm back. So as you can see, I did not get glowtail or shadow. I want to state that this is not my first attempt on getting glowtail and shadow. I mean glowtail ore. This is my fourth. I think it's my sixth attempt. I just want to note that the game does not hate you or is out for your blood if you do not get your glowtail or your shadow. And I can also say from experience that it can be very, very discouraging if you do not get either of these. If you do not get either of these mutations, and you might want to quit after your first try if you are new to it. However, I will say that the game has nothing against you. It's not sentient. It will not harm you. It just glowtail and shadow are respectively very, very hard mutations to obtain, and with the small percentage, all of these mutation boosts will only really help you some amount, and you will not get it guaranteed. So just saying that again, the game does not hate you. You just got a bit unlucky, and you are going to get it someday if you keep on trying. I promise you will. It does not hate you. Do not worry. So that's basically all I have to state for this guide and this attempt. I'm only going to be doing one attempt in this video because I do not have the willpower to film this entire time. Anyways, hope you found I hope you learned something from this video. If you want reliable values, I personally use the Discord trade server. I mean the Discord trade channel. However, the problem is you have to reach tier 1 before you can speak in there. So people are barred from So people are basically barred from learning their values and stuff inside that server if they are not part of that server and talking enough to get that tier 1, which I believe is actually level 5 in that server. Anyways, that is all I have to teach and say. Thank you for watching this, and I will see you if I ever make a trait hunting video. Bye.